Good morning, hello, welcome back to YOGATX. I'm Nicolle, thank you so much for joining me. Today we have a gentle morning practice. It's a short flow, so it's great when you're running a little bit short on time. We will connect with our bodies, we will connect with our breath, we will center ourselves and set us up for the day ahead. So have one more sip of coffee, tea, water, whatever keeps you going in the morning, and when you're ready, come and join me on the mat. Today we start in a standing position at the top of the mat. So bring your feet about hip width apart, root down through your feet into the floor. Make sure that all four corners of your feet are grounded into the floor. Lift your toes up, spread them wide and press them back down into the floor so you feel the nice connection to the floor. Gently bend the knees, gently tuck the tailbone, draw the lower belly towards the spine. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Bring your head in alignment with your spine. Your arms are parallel either side of your body, and the palms are facing towards the top of the mat. Close your eyes and connect with your breath. Just take a few inhales and exhales through the nose. Checking in with your body. Noticing if you're holding any tension in any areas. Take a deep inhale through the nose and a washing breath out through your mouth. 2 more rounds. Deep inhale through the nose, washing breath out through your mouth. 1 more round. Deep inhale through the nose and a washing breath out through your mouth. Seal your lips and keep inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Gently open up your eyes. With your next inhale, sweep the arms up over your head, high mountain pose. And with your exhale, bring the hands together and down to your heart. Inhale, rise, high mountain pose. Exhale, bring the hands down to your heart. One more time. Inhale, sweep the arms up over your head. This time with your exhale, bring the hands together, bend into the knees and lower the torso down towards your thighs. Bring the hands onto the floor. Start to very slowly lengthen your legs. Keep bending into your knees. Slowly working in your hamstrings. Take your time here. That might feel a little bit tight, especially if it's first thing in the morning. Bend into your left knee, bring the left hand onto the floor. With your next inhale, sweep the right arm up towards the sky and let your gaze follow. Gentle twist. Keep your arms in one line. Open your chest. Twist from the belly button upwards. One more cycle of breath. With your exhale, release the right hand down to the floor, bend into the right knee, lengthen the left leg. Inhale, sweep the left arm up towards the sky and let your gaze follow. Twist from the belly button upwards. Last cycle of breath. With your next exhale, release the left hand down to the floor, standing forward fold. Feel free to keep that gentle bend in your knees if that's easier for you. Bring your hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, and extend the arms out long, allowing the hands to drop over your head. press the bottom of your palms together. Beautiful stretch to work in your hamstrings and the shoulders. 2 more cycles of breath. Bend into the knees, press the feet into the floor, root to rise with the torso into a standing position. Extend the arms towards the floor, open up the chest, standing cobra. Inhale, sweep the arms up over your head, high mountain pose. Exhale, bring the hands down to your heart. Inhale, high mountain pose. Exhale, release into standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Step the left foot back. Lower the left knee down to the floor. Press your feet into the floor, root to rise. When you're ready, bring the arms up over your head, low lunge on your right. Square the hips. The right hip is gently pulling back and the left hip is pulling forward. Keep your right ankle stacked on top of your right knee, stacked on top of your right ankle. The arms extended out long towards the sky. Open your chest. 2 more cycles of breath. With each exhale, release your hips a little bit closer to the floor. Bring your hands onto your hips. Give it a gentle push with your hands against the hips to extend that stretch in your psoas muscle. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. With your next inhale, bring the left arm up over your head. Find length through the left side of your body. With your exhale, start to bend over to the right. Keep your foundation strong. Squeeze the thighs towards the midline. Press the feet into the floor. Look up towards the sky and you look up underneath your left arm. 2 more cycles of breath. Lengthening the left side of your body. With your next inhale, come back to center. With your exhale, bring the right hand to the outside of your left thigh. Find a gentle twist here. Keep your chest open. Take 1 more inhale, extend the left fingertips towards the sky. With your exhale, release the left hand down to the floor. Start to lift up your left knee and extend the right arm up towards the sky to an easy twist. Activate the back of your left thigh, square your hips. Your arms are in one line. 1 more cycle of breath in our easy twist. Start to rotate your arm, the right arm, 360 circles. We do 3 circles. Make these circles nice and big. Might crack a little bit. I just had my shoulder cracking. 3 circles, then come back to our easy twist. 1 more inhale. With your next exhale, release the right hand down to the floor, frame your right foot, step the right leg back, come into high plank pose. Push the floor away with your hands. With your next exhale, lower knees, chest, chin down to the floor, untuck the toes, press the tops of your feet into the floor. Your hands are underneath your shoulders, hug the elbows towards the torso. With your next inhale, push the floor away, rise up with the torso, cobra pose. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. With your exhale, release the torso back down to the floor. Push the floor away, come into tabletop. Sit back into child's pose. Tuck the toes, claw your paws. Push through the hands, lengthen the legs. Move your hips up, downward facing dog. Give it a couple of steps in your down dog. Bend into the knees, releasing the opposite heel towards the floor. Find stillness in your down dog. With your next inhale, rise up onto the tiptoes. With your exhale, bend into the knees, gaze forward. Start walking to the top of the mat. Standing forward, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. High mountain pose. With your exhale, bring the hands down to your heart. Keep moving, move with your breath. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, release into standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. This time, step the right foot back. Lower the right knee down to the floor. Press the feet into the floor. Root to rise with your torso whenever you're ready. Arms over your head, low lunge on your left. Square the hips, draw the lower belly towards the spine and squeeze the thighs towards the midline, building a strong foundation here. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. 2 more cycles of breath. With each exhale, trying to release the hips a little bit closer down to the floor. With your next exhale, bring the hands onto your hips. Giving a little bit of a pressure with your hands on the hips, helping your hips to come closer to the floor. With your next inhale, extend the right arm out long over your head. With your exhale, start to bend over to the left. Lift the gaze up towards the sky. You look up underneath your right arm. Lengthening the right side of your body. Keep your foundation strong. With your next inhale, come back to center. With your exhale, bring the left hand to the outside of your right thigh. Find your gentle twist. One more cycle of breath. With your next exhale, release the right hand down to the floor. With your inhale, lift up your right knee and sweep the left arm up towards the sky. Easy twist on your left. Keep your arms in one line. Gently lean back into your left shoulder here. 2 more cycles of breath. Start your 360 circles. We do 3 circles in total with your left arm. Take your time, make this nice and big. Come back to your easy twist. With your next exhale, release the left hand down, frame your left foot, step the left leg back, high plank pose. Push the floor away with your hands. With your next exhale, lower knees, chest, chin down to the floor, untuck the toes, bring the hands underneath your shoulders, hug the elbows towards the torso. With your next inhale, push the floor away with your hands, rise up into Cobra pose. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Open your chest. With your exhale, release the torso and the forehead down to the floor. Push the floor away, come into tabletop. We stay here in tabletop. And your knees are about hip width apart. Your hips are stacked on top of your knees. Your hands right now in tabletop underneath your shoulders. Extend the arms out long towards the top of the mat. And drop your chest down to the floor, puppy pose. Keep your hands in alignment with your shoulders. With each exhale, see if you can bring your chest a little bit closer to the floor. Make sure your hips are stacked on top of your knees. 2 more cycles of breath. Press the palms of your hands into the floor. Rise up with the torso. Bring the hands back underneath your shoulders into tabletop. Open up the knees. Bring the big toes together. Sit back onto your heels and lower the torso down towards the floor in between the knees. Wide-legged child's pose. Your hands are reaching forward to the top of the mat. Try to connect the forehead to the floor. With your inhale, breathe into the back of your body. And with your exhale, release the torso closer towards the floor. 3 cycles of breath in our wide-legged child's pose. Feel free to bring some movement into your hips by simply moving your hips right to left. Last cycle of breath. With your next inhale, press your palms into the floor. Slowly lift the gaze up. Bring the hands closer towards the torso. Claw your paws. Tuck the toes. Push through the hands. Lengthen the legs. Move your hips up. Downward facing dog. Pedal it out with your feet. Walk out your dog. Give it a few steps. Feel free to bring some movement into your hips. Find stillness in your downward facing dog. Gently bend the knees, tailbone points up towards the sky. Rotate the upper arms outward and push through the hands. Feel that lengthening in your spine. With each exhale, releasing the heels and the sternum closer to the mat. Move your head, say yes, no, to release any tension you might be holding in your neck. Last cycle of breath. Get ready to step the right foot forward to the outside of the right hand, followed by the left foot forward to the outside of the left hand. Lower the hips down to the floor. Rise up with the crown of your head. Start to transition the body weight right to left. Gentle malasana to start with. Just moving right to left. Next time you come over to the left, bring the left hand onto the floor. Use the left elbow to pull your knee out. With your inhale, extend the right arm up towards the sky and let your gaze follow. Sink low with your hips. Keep your chest nice and open. Lean back into your right shoulder. 2 more cycles of breath. With your next exhale, release the right hand down to the floor. Use your right elbow to pull the right knee out. With your next inhale, lift up the left arm towards the sky. Look up towards your left hand. Open your chest. 2 more cycles of breath. With your next exhale, slowly release the left hand down to the floor. See if you can maybe have to bring your heels a little bit closer together. We set up for full malasana pose. Use your elbows to pull the knees out. Bring your palms together in front of the heart. So your elbows are pulling the knees out, whereas your knees are pulling against the elbows. So you're creating a little bit of tension within that pose. And that tension allows your crown to grow tall towards the sky. And open your chest, your gaze is forward. 3 cycles of breath. Malasana yogic squat. Remain still in your Malasana pose, or feel free to bring some movement. I like to move around, especially when we stretch the hips. Just gives that a little bit of extra depth and exploration. Last cycle of breath. With your next exhale, release the hands down to the floor. Push the floor away with your hands. Start to lengthen your legs. Heel toe your feet together until they are about hip width apart. Standing forward fold. Releasing the torso towards the floor. Bring your hands behind the back, interlace the fingers and extend the arms out long. Allow your hands to drop over your head. Feel free to bring back that gentle bend in your knees if that's more accessible for you. 2 more cycles of breath. Bend into the knees, press the feet into the floor, root to rise to your standing position. Extend the arms towards the floor, standing cobra. Open your chest. Inhale, sweep the arms up over your head, high mountain pose. Exhale, bring the hands down to your heart. Close your eyes and connect with your breath. Check in with your body. Notice how your body feels. Notice the heat within your body, your heartbeat. Set your intention for your day. Drop your chin down to your chest, bow to your heart and your practice. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. This was YOGATX. I'm Nicolle. If you would like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Let Your Shadow Shine. Leave me a comment below. It would be great to hear from you. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Bye-bye.